Hey guys, Trouble Cat here recording for the Zombie Arcade, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about Black Ops 2. You might notice that unlike most of the videos on my channel, this one doesn't have any gameplay of the game I'm actually talking about. The reason for that is that I don't have a PVR. I bought Black Ops 2 on the PS3 because the games are, it's a well-known fact that the games are primarily designed around console. Now, at least, the Call of Duty franchise didn't used to be like that, but now. So I figured I'd get it on one of the more intended platforms, get one of the more intended playing experiences, or whatever the fuck. And I don't have a PVR. I was actually going to buy one. Well, initially I was hoping that the game would let me upload videos to YouTube from the game, because I knew they had some kind of feature in there to let you stream and get YouTube videos. And it looks like the longest video the game will actually render is 2 minutes, which isn't really long enough. I mean, I guess they kind of just figure that their audience mostly just wants to make 420 Skrillex, dubstep, no-scope, quick-scope, 360 hard-scope montages, which is probably pretty accurate. So I guess that's why they only included the ability to get 2 minutes out. Anyway, fuck this game. I'm not even that mad, but fuck this game, and it's... No, I am mad. I'm not... Look, as far as Call of Duty games go, it's not too bad, and it just might be what the franchise needs to cling on for another few iterations, and I'm really fucking mad about that, because it's competent, and after the horrible rape desert of pain suffering that was Modern Warfare 3, it must seem like a cool drink of water to people that are for some reason still really, really invested, really strong fans of the franchise. But it pains me to see a game doing nothing innovative and scraping by as the largest fricking entertainment franchise we currently have, you know, just sliding in there, by riding a wave of just barely good enough to not make the people who are fucking crack addicted to our fast-paced, reward-a-second fucking progression system grind in the long-term gameplay realize that that's all that they really like about the game. I mean, it's just... I don't even know where the fuck to start, because I bought this game thinking that maybe I really like it. I liked the old Call of Duties before, because they were doing something, they were still sitting in the, like, time where, oh yeah, it's fucking every game's a World War II game, right? Call of Duty 1 and Call of Duty 2. But they had very distinctly had their own feel, and Call of Duty still does have its own specific feel. Those early games felt better, in my opinion. And Call of Duty 4, taking the series into a modern setting, was actually a fresh idea. This new future setting in Black Ops 2, I was kind of thinking, well, okay, they're doing something a little bit new. They're changing up the way the create a class system works a little bit. I mean, that's not exactly revolution, but it's evolutionary. Maybe it'll be enough to make the game feel a little bit fresher, you know. Mostly I was looking at the setting and thinking, okay, well, let's see where they're going with this. You know, maybe this will be a little bit more creative of a game than the previous ones, maybe. No! Fucking just no. They chose to set it in the near future, and all the guns in the game, almost all of them, are guns that are already in production, except they decided to shove a bunch of weird bullshit all over the guns to make them look more futuristic, which they don't actually have in real life, and probably won't in 15 years either. So that's not exactly creative. Like, there are a few guns that I hadn't heard of before. A few. All the kill streaks are things that... I mean, a couple of the kill streaks are sort of creative, but again, they're things that come from existing technology that anybody who plays a lot of military shooters and who maybe, like, watches a couple episodes of Future Weapons here and there is familiar with. So, I mean, it's not like they went into this near future setting and then did something really exciting and creative with it. There are a few things that you haven't really seen before, but for the most part, it's just the same crap. I mean, it's just, oh yeah, now there's a stealth helicopter instead of a regular. Fucking, the airstrike is now works like the mortar worked in Black Ops, but it's still an airstrike because planes dropped the bomb. Jesus Christ, it's fucking... It's not even a terrible game. I just want to be clear on this point. I'm liking what I've played of the single player so far, legitimately. I really liked Black Ops single player. It is that kind of like linear corridor shooter kind of thing. There's a little bit more choice in Black Ops 2, which is interesting to see. And there are some missions where you take kind of a commander role, and it's a little bit of an RTS game, and that's actually cool. On the single player side of things, I'd say they've actually tried to do some stuff that the franchise hasn't done before. And what I liked about Black Ops 1, which was the kind of like cool sort of weird conspiracy theory like special forces story with characters that, you know, I actually gave a fuck about, unlike in the Modern Warfare franchise. That's still there. Black Ops 2 single player is actually pretty good. Like it's not bad. I'm pretty happy about that. I'll probably finish that at least once. I finished Black Ops 1s a couple of times because if you wanted a thing on like how to do this sort of linear, fast-paced modern shooter campaign and make it not be dull as fuck, Black Ops and so far Black Ops 2 would both be good examples of what you need to do. So that's good. Multiplayer isn't bad. It's one of the better Call of Duties online. It's reasonably well balanced. The netcode seems kind of iffy to me, but it's not the worst. I have to say, if Battlefield 3 does feel a little bit more consistent to me than Black Ops 2, and Battlefield 3 does not feel that consistent to me, as you guys will know if you've been following my videos for a while. Not a fan of that game's netcode, but I think I still overall would prefer it to Black Ops 2. The graphics obviously are a piece of fuck on console. I've seen them on PC, and they still don't look that good. And look, you'd think, like, you can't really expect the game that comes out, like a game that came out a year after another game, to be better in every way than that game that came out a year ago, because gameplay is sort of timeless in a way. But you can generally hope that at least on the technical side of things there will have been some improvement, and in this case I think Black Ops 2 is not in any way. Hell, I mean, it's... I know Activision thinks that the dedicated server model is dead or whatever, and it's all about console games now, and on console you don't need it. Or Battlefield 3 has dedicated servers on console for the 24 players the console version supports, which isn't many more than the 18 max in Black Ops 2, and it seems kind of fucking bad to me not to allow console players to enjoy the benefits of dedicated servers when they are supported on PC, which is what Battlefield did. I think what I want to say about this is it's a competent game. It doesn't change up enough about the formula to make it really feel new and exciting to someone who's got fatigue from the series being the same fucking thing every year for the past, what, Call of Duty 4 came out in 2007? For the past 6 years, almost? So if you're getting tired of that, this isn't going to be a game that, like, revolutionized, and obviously the fanboys would be mad if they changed up the formula too much. I was just kind of hoping, with what happened with Modern Warfare 3, where there's a bad community reaction, they were going to say we need to change things up a little bit more, make things like really nail this next game so that it really works, and change things a little bit more. And I thought, like, the near future setting, the stuff I'd heard about what was happening with single player, the change to creative class, I thought maybe they were going to change the game up enough to make it feel fresh again, but it doesn't. It's just refreshing to those people who actually stuck through with the piece of crap pile of horse shit that was Modern Warfare 3, because that game was legitimately fucking awful. Unlike Black Ops 2, which is competent. It just shouldn't be good enough. When you have this much money behind you, when you're at this tier of being a AAA game, being competent shouldn't be acceptable. But it is. The fucking fanboys are addicted to their yearly Call of Duty, and there's just... If you're wondering, by the way, the new Creative Quest system, the Pick 10 system, it does give you a tiny bit more flexibility, but fundamentally it's exactly the same as every other modern Call of Duty. You will rarely decide to actually make use of the new flexibility, is what I'd say. Or you will, but only in a very limited capacity. It doesn't really change up. Most people you're still going to see running around, they'll have a primary weapon, a secondary weapon, 3 perks, and 2 grenades. Well, 3 grenades because they have 2 tactical grenades. Sometimes you'll see somebody without a secondary weapon and they'll have like another perk or something. And occasionally you'll see a really weird loadout, but those really weird loadouts aren't actually really viable compared to more standard things, so there's not much reason to lose command in that way. So that doesn't really actually change much if you're wondering. And aside from that, multiplayer is kind of the same old song and dance. The weapon balance is better, a lot better than in Modern Warfare 3 and Modern Warfare 2, and probably a little bit better than Black Ops. So I feel like there's good weapon balance. I'm just trying to I want to make it clear that I fucking hate this game and I want to go to hell and die, but it is competent and I'll probably play it for a few more hours. I don't like it enough that I'm going to buy a PVR so I can actually record it and put up videos because I don't want to play it that long. And I think the main thing is that I want to say to people, I mean, I know that if you're a big fan of the franchise, first of all, you probably already bought the game, and secondly, you probably unsubscribed somewhere near the start of this video when I started talking about how shit the game was. But if you're still here, and if you're one of those people who's legitimately thinking, well, like, I'm going to wait a bit and see what happens with this Call of Duty and see if it changed things up a little bit. I can't see any reason to buy this game when a game that came out last year is better in every single respect. Battlefield 3 is better technically in all respects, even on console. Maybe not on PS3 because I know there's input lag on the PS3 version, but that's not a problem on 360. Even the console versions look better than Black Ops 2 looks. They have dedicated servers on console, so Battlefield 3 is superior technically. It has much more variety in the gameplay because it has the possibility for large-scale vehicle gameplay, that kind of stuff. There's more variety in terms of the classes and like the various activities you can actually do in the game. And even if you're not interested in large-scale vehicle kind of stuff, the 1v1 gunplay, the gun-on-gun gunplay in Battlefield 3 is legitimately better and more interesting than what's in Black Ops 2. That is my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. I would honestly find... I'm not going to say it's a better game, because I kind of liked it, but most of my friends didn't, and the critical reception was bad. But in terms of fun factor, I think I would prefer to play Medal of Honor Warfighter than I would to play Black Ops 2. It's a competent game, but it's just... Medal of Honor Warfighter felt a little bit fresh to me when I first played it. It's a lot like Battlefield, and kind of also a little like Call of Duty, but it felt sort of fresh. Black Ops 2 doesn't. I think I've said all I have to say about this, which is that there's no reason to get Black Ops 2 when Battlefield 3 is better in every single respect and aspect. And Battlefield 3 is not a perfect game by any means. God knows I've bitched about BF3 enough that you people know that I don't hold it up as some kind of gaming messiah. But it's better than this in every single respect. And it's still got more DLC coming out. And look, maybe if you're really tired of BF3 and you want something fresh to play for a couple weeks, and you can get Black Ops 2 for a reasonable price, like in Australia, it costs $100 It actually on Steam it costs $100 US because fucking Australian price gouging on digital down. Jesus Christ, it's a fucking mess. I imported my copy, so I didn't pay that much for it. If you can get the game for $40 or $50 and you really want something new-ish that's actually kind of old to play for a few weeks, like, you could do worse. But I'm going to be, like, I'm not going to be playing enough of it to bother getting a PVR. I'll be back to BF3 before you know it, I think, as my primary game. It's just not that good. And it's just not that good. So, thanks for watching, guys. Sorry there haven't been that many uploads lately. I've been preoccupied with some stuff in my real life. It's been distracting me. Getting back on track. So, well, to see how we go. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Until then, Couple D Cat out.